Hey, can I make one thing clear? If you was in the trap, brother, how were you here? We be over there, cuz we in fifth gear. We move like the forecast, their position's unclear. We can't hear nothing, they all disappeared. All of these machines, I feel like an engineer. And we don't wanna hear about food or a budget. They know we hate sleep when we enter the dungeon. Hey, can I make one thing clear? If you was in the trap, brother, how were you here? We be over there, cuz we in fifth gear. We move like the forecast, their position's unclear. We can't hear nothing, they all disappeared. All of these machines, I feel like an engineer. And we don't wanna hear about food or a budget. They know we HP when we enter the dungeon.
Welcome back to the Frank and Augie channel. TPL Round 5 TFMC versus Baker's Dozen. Let's have a look at the map. It is Hurtgen Forest. This is the layout here. The conservative amongst you might say it's slightly in TFMC's favour with those back-to-back caps at Barn and Approach being a little bit more covery, a little bit more forestry. They are technical words, boys. Covery and forestry, whereas that run to the ruin, if Baker's Dozen, BDOZ, they do cap the scar. To get from the ruin to the lumberyard might be a little bit more open, maybe. Maybe I'm being conservative. But the fact is, both teams need to get to that midpoint, which is becoming so competitive in TPL, which is today the scar. TFMC boys got to get across that river, which you would have seen in the intro, with myself and Taha, as well as Scavatar in my squad, plus all of the other boys pushing that point, see if we can make that crucial midpoint cap, and then see if we can get a roll on there with those back-to-back caps at Jacob's Barn and the Approach. The only thing we know about this map is A, TFMC fucking love Hurtgen Forest, boys, but B, getting that frontal push, and we talked about this on the podcast, which you need to talk about, is really important. If you spend all of your time flanking out in these areas, say if we're trying to capture Jacob's Barn, or back here if you're trying to capture the ruin, you can put a lot of pressure on, or even better actually, if we go back to these points and we're trying to capture Hurtgen Approach, or they're trying to capture Lumberyard, and you're spending all of your time flanking, you can really leave your defensive squads open for a counter press and lose all of the work you were doing. So that's the damage, that's the fears, that's the worry, that's the strategizing. I've talked enough. We need to get into the game. Let's get it. Yoo!
Word up, shimmy like I'm Timmy Turner. I was on the curb doing dirt for the six. Merkin, tell him I don't work for the things. I ride for my clique and for all my OGs. I'm that kid from fucking HB. And if you're trying to do me, tell him get it done. Please, I know them boys need a dub.
On that rock, I can't get an angle on it. Nice. Blokes over here.
2-2 on the point, Bazzy.
Yep, see mate, that was cool.
Hey, can I... They know we hate speed when we enter the dungeon.
So we did lose Taha at the end there, and I had to change across to Brazza's squad, but that was all smooth, fine, and no worries. Kind of like the match which TFMC really needed, but that is no disrespect to the Baker's Dozen, who from all reports were absolutely fantastic to deal with before and after, and we've been told that before as well by the boys at the 11th. We spoke about that on the podcast. You should check it out. See you next time.